What does it cost to live in other countries? Well, in order to know that, you need to know two things: the exchange rate and the cost of living index. Let me walk you through what those mean. So, in other countries, they use different forms of money. In the United States, we use the dollar. If you go to Great Britain, they use the pound. If you go to Europe, they use the euro. And, you go to other places, you go to Japan, they use the yen. India has the rupee. Mexico has the peso. Different countries all around the world have different money, and that money is worth different amounts, and that is called the currency exchange rate. So $1 in Japan is 158 yen, 185 rupee, 20 pesos, 0.97 euros, 0.81 British pounds, 1.5 Canadian dollars, rounding, of course. What does that mean? Well, it means this. If I go to Japan and I give the bank $1, the bank will give me back 158 yen. Now that may sound like, yay, I turned $1 into 158 yen, but that's not actually how it works. Because look at the price of this same pair of shoes in American dollars and Japanese yen. $1 is the same value as 158 yen. Let me say that one more time. $1 is the same value as 158 yen. So, if I went to Japan and handed the bank $1, they would give me back 158 yen. But then if I came to the United States and I handed the bank 158 yen, they would hand me back $1. That's currency exchange. But here's the thing. It's not just the money that costs different amounts. Different things that you would buy or things that you need to live cost different amounts. So the exchange rate of $1 is 158 yen. But then we have what's called the cost of living index. And so the cost of living index for food, $1 worth of food, is 186 yen. Let's take a look at how that works. Let's say I'm talking about a burger. In the United States, this burger costs $5. Now, if I take $5, convert that into yen, that is 790 yen. But in Japan, it's harder for them to get beef because they don't have the amount of land that we have to raise cows and get the beef. It's harder for them to get the buns because buns are made of wheat and they don't have the amount of land that we have to grow wheat. So it's easier to get the ingredients for a burger in the United States than it is in Japan, which means a burger costs more in Japan, which means that this burger that costs $5 in the United States actually costs $931 in Japan. So, what does that mean? Let's say I had $1,000 and I wanted to buy as many burgers as I can with $1,000. $1,000 is in yen is $158,130. So if I took that $1,000 and I wanted to buy as many burgers as I could in the United States, I could buy 200. If I took that $1,000 to Japan and wanted to buy as many burgers as I could only buy 169 burgers and a partial burger. So, food is more expensive in Japan. That is the cost of living index.